Well, I've got a few more questions to ask you, but let's step out for a second and see you in action live here at the Unlimited Power Online conference in Dubai, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
I decided I was going to set up a web page, and I set up a really simple web page. This is the web page I set up, and you're going to hear about writing sales copy a bit later, and I was no expert in sales copy. So basically, the sales page just said, I've got this book on Bulgaria, it's got 10 chapters, this is what's in each of the 10 chapters, and it's $40 to buy it. And that was about it. And I learned about something else called Google AdWords, which I know Kieran mentioned earlier, and I'm going to talk to you a bit later. But I set up some adverts on the right-hand side of Google, so that every time somebody searched for Bulgaria property, up popped this little advert. I said, Bulgaria Property Guide. Find out more about investing in Bulgaria, click here. And people came onto this web page, and they read this stuff and thought, yeah, this is interesting. I'm quite interested in buying in Bulgaria. I'll buy Simon's Guide. And I very quickly started selling 20 copies of this thing a day for $40 a copy. Okay? So accidentally, my first internet project is making me $800 every day, which was quite good. But the good thing was I'd done all the work at the front end, actually writing this guide, just doing the research. I spent about 30 or 40 hours on Google just researching all the content and writing this thing. But once I'd done that, I didn't have to do any more work because Google was just running the ads every day. People were coming to the web page, reading the stuff, thinking, yeah, they're interested, clicking the buy now and buying it. When they bought it, automatically they got the thing as a download. So I didn't have to deliver any products to anybody or post anything out. They just got a link at the end of the transaction which said, thank you for your purchase, click here to download. And they just downloaded the thing. So it's what's called zero-touch fulfillment. So if this happened to any of you guys with your first project, what do you think you'd do next? Maybe do another one, perhaps? So I thought, Croatia. That's round the corner from Bulgaria. And I haven't been to Croatia either, and I don't know any Croatians, but I expect I could find some stuff on the internet about that. So then I did the Croatia property guide, and the Slovakia property guide, and the Slovenia property guide, and the Turkey property guide, and we've got some guys from Florida here. I did the Florida property guide too. I've never been to Florida. That's page 1 of Google, and every one of those red boxes is a video about me, okay? The top one that hasn't got a red box is just my main site, but that's not a video, so I didn't put a box around that one. So that's page 1 of Google, right? This is page 2 of Google, and every one of those red boxes is a video about me. And this is page 3 of Google, and every one of those red boxes is a video about me. So you can absolutely just dominate, because right now the search engines are ranking video content really highly. They're ranking it higher than like word content. So if you know what you're doing and you know how to get videos up there multiple times, you can just go into a market and absolutely rule it.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little segment there of Simon on stage in front of all the students here in Dubai. I understand you've worked with all these different websites, all these informational products, but one of the key things that you've been doing recently is developing membership-based online businesses.
Sure.
Could you tell us about how that works and maybe one of the ones that you're doing right now?
Sure, yeah. I'll tell you about the first one that I started, which is actually a site called Business Opportunity Review. And the idea of that website, it's a review site of business opportunities.
Business Opportunity Review?
Yeah.
Not reviews?
No, review.
Review. So Business Opportunity Review, we'll make sure that comes up now, and that's
.co.uk.
.co.uk, fantastic.
Okay, and the idea with that website is that when I left the corporate world under redundancy, lots of people were leaving too, and we all took different paths. Some people did franchises, some started their own businesses, some tried get-rich-quick schemes, and we all had different experiences. So what I thought would be a great thing to do would be to put together a review site where people could go and read reviews of these kind of schemes before they invested their money. So I launched this website and got together reviews from people that I knew, but when I first launched it, and a good tip here if you're thinking about launching a membership site is it's kind of difficult to get people to pay a membership fee when you first start out because you might not have a lot of content. So what I did was give away free membership, but in order to get the membership they had to give me some content. So I gave away free membership if somebody sent me a review. So very quickly after the first week we had 100 reviews on the site, and at the end of the first month we had over 300 reviews. And then we could start charging for the membership for people to come in and read all these reviews because the reviews had value. So the membership cost for that now is £57 a year, which is almost $100 a year.
Yes.
And we've actually got 10,000 members on that website now.
Yeah.
And we've got reviews of several thousand different business opportunity schemes.
Again, I think that's a great example of a membership business model. And how much time do you devote on that business now?
Personally, none.
Zero.
I've got one of my employees spends about a quarter of her time on it, so In terms of 10,000 times £57 a year, that's $750,000 million a year business.
Yeah.
And I've got one employee who gets about $40,000 a year.
Okay.
And it's just part of her time.
And that's only one of your membership businesses. So to really bring this interview to an end, I wish we could spend more time, but we have lots of other experts as well to interview on UPO TV. What are your thoughts on the future? What do you see as some of the trends, whether it's technology-based, whether it's from a business perspective of things that you see yourself getting into, or could have a play on other people who are looking to get into the online type of business?
Sure, okay. A few thoughts really. One is that what I call the free line is moving. So going back when I started 5-6 years ago, selling just a simple ebook on a subject was very, very easy. Mm-hmm. Now what's happening is more and more people are giving away that first product as a free thing, but they're using it to acquire customers, because the real money is made in the lifetime value of a customer. Mm-hmm. And once you've acquired a customer, then you can sell other things to them. So what's happening increasingly is that businesses are giving away that first freebie to get a contact's details, and then they're going to market to them for life. So very much the business methodologies that are working well now are where you give away something free in order to hook people in and get their trust, and then you can actually start marketing to them.
And a good book on that recently that we had a chance to summarise with one of the businesses that I have is Chris Anderson's book, which is out there right now, called Free, about the radical change of price and how business models are changing.
Exactly.
So it's a good read and backs up what you've just said. Sure. Anything else outside of the free model and lifetime customer?
The other big thing for me is that actually we're moving more from selling information type services into physical products. And the reason is that more and more people are buying traditional things like chairs, tables, lights. They're buying those online too, whereas originally when people first started shopping online it was just CDs and books and then their groceries. But now more and more people are spending more and more of everyday items or even business items online.
It could be something as
flowers. I bought flowers online. I expect you have too. So even carpets. I've got a client that's selling carpets online, which traditionally was very much you go and look at the carpets in the showroom, but now people are buying online. So we're doing more and more work with people that are actually taking traditional bricks and mortar businesses, putting them online and selling online.
Simon, just before we wrap up here, could you tell us about those websites again? Because you've got quite a few.
Sure.
And I'd want to make sure that our viewers of UPO TV get a chance to access that information.
Sure, okay. 3 main ones. First one is internetbusinessschool.com. Just as it sounds, internetbusinessschool.com. And that's a training site where it's a membership site. People can join and get access to an online learning library.
Great.
The coaching business with me doing the training is my name, Simon Coulson. That's SIMONCOULSON.com, and that's where they can find out about my training programs. And the other membership site that we mentioned, Business Opportunity Review, that's businessopportunityreview.co.uk.
That's wonderful.
Those 3 sites.
I could spend hours with you, but we're pretty much out of time here. Hopefully we get a chance to spend more time with you whilst you're in Dubai, and we'll see you here in the future again. But thank you very much, Simon, for joining us.
Thanks. Cheers.
Thank you very much.